Why is it so hard for a law firm to keep email disclaimers and signatures consistent? For law firms, every email needs to include the correct confidentiality and legal disclaimer. At the same time, every lawyer's signature needs to display accurate credentials, office information, and contact details. When signatures are managed by individual users or through local Outlook settings, things quickly become inconsistent. Disclaimers can be deleted or become outdated. Signatures can vary between offices or partners, and there's no centralized way to keep everything up to date. That creates compliance risks, weakens your firm's brand consistency, and makes signature management much harder than it needs to be. Let's take a look at how Exclaimer solves that. How do you add a confidentiality disclaimer to every lawyer's email automatically? The best way to make sure every lawyer's email carries a confidentiality disclaimer is to manage disclaimers centrally, rather than leaving individuals to remember them. Exclaimer's Disclaimers feature does exactly this. Your confidentiality wording is managed centrally and added to every outgoing email. When you update it once, it applies to everyone instantly. Because disclaimers are managed separately from signatures, legal can control exactly which disclaimers appear and where, while marketing or HR manage the email signature independently. Let's take a look at how to configure this in Exclaimer. First, we'll navigate to the Disclaimers section and click Create Disclaimer. We'll give the disclaimer a name. In this example, we'll call it Confidentiality Disclaimer. Next, we'll paste in the confidentiality disclaimer text. From here, you can customize the appearance of the disclaimer, including options like the width, padding, text alignment, and text direction. At the bottom of the page, you'll also see a live preview, so you can verify exactly how the disclaimer will appear in emails. And before we save it, we'll just want to make sure that we enable the disclaimer option here. And then we'll click Save. Once the disclaimer has been created, we'll click Manage to choose who this disclaimer should apply to. Just like with signatures, you can apply the disclaimer to everyone in your organization, specific groups, individual senders, email addresses, or domains. You can also create advanced queries or configure exceptions if needed. For this example, since we want every lawyer's email to include the confidentiality disclaimer automatically, we'll select everyone in our organization and we'll click Save. And that's it. From this point forward, every outgoing email from your organization will automatically include a confidentiality disclaimer, helping ensure every lawyer's emails remain compliant and consistent. How do you manage email signatures across multiple office locations and partners? The key is to manage signatures centrally from shared templates, rather than setting them up person by person. Each lawyer's office address, phone number, and job title automatically fill in based on who's sending the email. This keeps branding consistent while ensuring every signature displays the correct information. Exclaimer does this through directory synchronization, which synchronizes user details from your Microsoft 365 directory and makes them available in your signature templates. So let's take a look. Here in the Signature Designer, fields like job title, office address, and phone number are dynamic directory fields. Exclaimer automatically populates these fields with the sender's synchronized directory information. So now we'll click Save Changes, and we'll go to Edit Rules. Next, we'll click Senders, and here we can assign a signature to everyone in the organization or to specific groups, departments, or other sender conditions. For example, partners can receive one signature layout while associates receive another, or each office can have its own address. Once we click Save, signature rules determine which template each sender receives, while the synchronized directory data automatically fills in their contact details. This allows your firm to manage signatures centrally while ensuring every lawyer's signature is personalized with the correct information. How do you stop associates editing or removing the firm's legal disclaimer? The only reliable way to stop a disclaimer from being edited or removed is to apply it after the email leaves the sender using server-side deployment, rather than adding it in Outlook. With Exclaimer's server-side deployment, the disclaimer is applied during the mail flow after the user clicks Send. Because it's added after the email leaves Outlook, users can't edit it, remove it, or accidentally send an email without it. This means every email receives the correct confidentiality disclaimer automatically, whether it's sent from Outlook on Windows, Outlook on the web, Outlook for Mac, or even a mobile device. And as an administrator, you can manage the disclaimer centrally in Exclaimer. If you ever need to update the legal wording, you simply update it once, and every future email automatically uses the latest version. Because the disclaimer is applied in the mail flow instead of in Outlook, your firm maintains consistent legal compliance without relying on individual users to manage or remember their disclaimers. To recap, Exclaimer lets a law firm manage every disclaimer and email signature from one platform. You can add a confidentiality disclaimer to every lawyer's email automatically, keep signature consistent across offices and partners, and because signatures are applied via server-side, stop anyone editing or removing them. A link to a free trial is in the description.